What's up, NFL fans? I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, and don't forget to check out and purchase your copy of our latest football game plan book, Stiff Arming Football Myths. We have these available in both PDF and paperback form.
For the Browns in this ball game, it's all about winning the individual matchups on the defensive side. If they're able to do that versus those receivers of Buffalo, I think they can have a great chance in winning this ball game. And it's a strength versus strength battle in the trenches. You look at that Browns offensive line, very good offensive front, going against probably one of the best defensive lines in the league in the Buffalo Bills. And if the Browns can win that battle up front, again, it bodes well for their chances. And offensively, they're going to have to sustain drives. Right now, the Browns are at 34% third down conversions. That has to get up to at least 42. And it starts this week versus Buffalo, getting these guys offensively going in the right direction. And for the Bills in this ball game, the biggest matchup they're going to have to win on the outside will be between their cornerbacks Stephon Gilmore and Josh Gordon, who will be in his second game back from suspension. Gilmore has to win that battle more often than not. And I would also try to exploit the middle of the field in the passing game versus the Browns secondary that's going to be without Deshaun Gibson, the outstanding free safety, trying to find different situations to where you can attack down the hashes this week. And you have to beat the Browns to the punch in the running game. A lot of times they're predictable by personnel. When you see Isaiah Crowell in the backfield, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a quick toss to the outside, a power toss, or you're going to run power to the outside or the outside stretch. And if you see Terrence West in the backfield, you're going to see inside zone, some gaps, some belly plays, but you have to beat the Browns to the punch in the running game if you want to be successful.
This week versus the Buffalo Bills, the Cleveland Browns, based on their personnel, can have some success as far as getting pressure on the quarterback. They can go cover zero, and I'm showing you how they can get that done, sending pressure off the edge. And what you're doing when Buffalo wants to spread the football field, 4 wide receivers, could be 3 wide receivers in the tight end in the slot, 1 in the backfield. It's situational. You can sell out versus Buffalo because you have the personnel. You want to send the strong safety coming off the edge, hard rush. He's trying to force a quick pass into one of those guys that you trust that can play one-on-one coverage, making it a bad throw or a tough throw for Kyle Orton. Manned up on the outside. The only guy that's playing head up right here is the nickel back. You trust him to handle any in and out cuts because of his quickness. You want your outside corners, your boundary corner and your field corner to play the inside, force these guys out to where you have the sideline as your help. Because remember, you don't have a safety back deep, because as this strong safety is going off the edge, the free safety will walk over, and now it's his job to take the slot receiver one-on-one, hard rush here, slant inside with your defensive tackles, your backer or your end takes that outside trek, inside backers rush those B gaps with this weak side backer spying the back. If he releases, he peels off and goes and covers him. If he goes this way, you have the strong safety peeling off and going cover, and now your backer on the weak side will replace his blitz responsibility and getting pressure. So that's one way, based off their personnel, the Browns can go aggressive versus Buffalo. I would wait till about 3rd medium, 3rd long, situationally, to utilize this cover zero blitz. This week versus Cleveland, the Buffalo Bills can attack the passing game, the second level of that Browns defense, and I'm going to show you how they can do so out of the gun with 2 backs in the backfield. Maybe get a little creative with your personnel. Let's say you want to put Sammy Watkins in the backfield. Now you're really going to get attention going where you want it to go. So let's say you want to send these guys here on swing routes, which are zone busters, and we're going to run this wide receiver that's tight to the line, tight aligned. He's going to run up and hang over the backer, because again, what you're trying to do is read this second level. You want to read these 4 guys right here. So this hang route will work if this guy buzzes out quickly to cover the swing route. So now you have that read right there. Your tight end is going to work up, and he's going to run a turn route right here over the strong safety, because what you're doing with this guy to draw the coverage inside, you're slow playing the quick slant. So now what has happened, you're going to either get a hard charging corner on the swing. Strong safety is probably going to try to squeeze the alley between the backer and this oncoming slant. Leaves the turn route open. Quick and easy read for Kyle Orton. So again, this is how he can read the second level of the defense, because you're really not going deep. You're attacking an intermediate pass coverage, and I think that's where Buffalo can have some success. They do have the athletes that can make one miss in space and generate a big play in the passing game, and this is one way they can accomplish that.
The biggest X factor in this ball game for the Browns will be the play of quarterback Brian Hoyer, because quietly up to this point his play has been average. Now he does get Josh Gordon back into the fold, but his efficiency, his accuracy all have to improve. And again, like I mentioned earlier in the video, they struggle to stay on the field on third downs offensively. So again, his play is the key to the Browns' success this game versus Buffalo, who has a very tough defense. And the biggest X factor in this ball game for the Bills, in my opinion, will be their kicking game. You look at kicker Dan Carpenter and punter Colton Schmidt. I think both guys will have to have a huge impact on the outcome of this game. Carpenter has to make his field goals, so I do believe it will be a defensive battle. And Schmidt has to be sure to pin the Browns deep and make them drive the length of the field, because again, I think this will be a big-time defensive battle, and both kickers will play a huge role in the outcome. I like the Bills in this ball game. Like I mentioned earlier, this will be a defensive battle, and what separates the Bills' very good defense from the Browns' very good defense is that I believe Buffalo, within the front seven, can apply pressure much more frequently than the Browns. So I look at them being able to get pressure on Brian Hoyer, slowing down that Browns offense and getting the ball back to Kyle Orton, who I think at some point will find their way to the end zone. This will probably be a 16-9 game, but I do think Buffalo will come away victorious. And I also want to give a huge shout out to Brown fan forums and Bill fan forums for always showing football game plan support.